So today I'm doing a reading for Mars going into Pisces, and I'm doing it a different style today where you can see all the cards are laid out, and I have some nice fresh roses from my garden and some crystals here to really attune you to that energy of Mars, which is very forward moving. You think of the circle with the arrow pointing, and it's about really diving in this case, because it's in Pisces. It's moved into Pisces, which is about the fish and the water, and really like your emotional state of being. So it's about deep diving into your emotions, but in a way that's a little bit more like action oriented, like actually taking real actions that are centered in how you feel about things, and so can also speak to that like more humanitarian part in your heart about what you're being called to do right now. And my Mars is in Pisces, so I could tell you all about my personal experience with like action oriented, leading me into me, of course, wanting to help people like however I feel is the best way possible, and also deep diving into my own emotions. So the trick here is really to when you're going into your emotions, to have a clear, centered approach in how you're dealing with them, and self-love is very important there, especially on your twin flame journey. So the first card, I have some crystal cards here. These ones are the Crystal Angels by Doreen Virtue. Then I have Animal Oracle cards, so they're called Divine Animals Oracle by Stacy DeMarco. And then I have the Moonology card by Yasmin Boland, and then again another animal card and another crystal card. So these cards are laid out. I haven't looked at them yet, but they're in order, and so they're going to tell us about the beginning. So Mars just went into Pisces a few days ago, so it's going to tell us, decided to do the reading like what's going on chronologically. What are things we can look at from the start to end during this period of Mars being in Pisces. So let's take a look at the first card. The first card is going to be make time for self-care. So you can see like how important it is right now to make time for self-care, especially if you're just starting to go deeper into your emotions. And it's you see the kyanite, and you see the beautiful like dark blue color that really like signifies to me like deep diving into that emotional state, and it's kind of really right near this angel or person's throat chakra and their third eye / crown chakra. Kind of that area is really lit up. And so making time for self-care is really important to go deeper with your intuition and how your feelings relate to your intuition. Like when you're feeling something, and then you can actually intuit like what that means, like how to move forward. Like, oh, this person, there's just something about the way that they're making me feel that is leading me deeper, into something that I perceive about them, and then being able to differentiate if that's like if there's truth there, essentially. So your intuition is all about, well, is this the truth right now, and is this what I need right now to move forward, this particular like hit that I'm getting. So making time for self-care can really help you develop this important skill for yourself, and it's also just really nice. So why not have some nice time to yourself? And it helps you build your abundance, and I think it's no coincidence that it comes up right next to the citrine crystal, which is very much about creativity and abundance. That kind of sacral chakra / solar plexus chakra energy. So yeah, like sometimes the most abundant kinds of things happen when you're actually taking care of yourself. Like, oh, you've been waiting and waiting for a client to get back to you. You're doing all the things, and then you finally take some time to, go do something nice for yourself, put on a face mask, watch something you've been wanting to watch, whatever it is. And lo and behold, like, there's your opportunity. So sometimes you have to allow opportunities to come to you by investing in your own self-care. So I think that's good for that card. So let's move on to the next period coming up here. And this is the peacock. How beautiful. The peacock is prosperity, and it's number 39. So 3s and 9s signify to me self-expression, needing the 9, which is like pearls of wisdom and stuff. So as you're cultivating your self-expression, you may be like researching or going deeper with those pearls of wisdom that you've already gained. And also taking that time for self-care is allowing you again to build up your internal bank, your bank of well-being and your foundation, your spiritual foundation. When you're taking care of yourself, it's very easy to connect with the divine and to feel prosperous. And in feeling prosperous, you're attracting more of that energy to you. And of course, the peacock and its beauty, it shows you that prosperity is not just about monetary riches, but it's also about feeling beautiful in your skin. Like, that's a very prosperous state of being, right? And attracting good opportunities to you through that. So moving through life with that good feeling, rather than necessarily like calculating everything and what it's going to, the return it's going to give you, being more open while also recognizing, like what it is that you do desire, and being open to receiving that and allowing God to give you what's in your highest interest. So not blocking off your receiving by thinking you should only receive in this way or this kind of thing to get this result. So being open to receiving here, and cultivating more life force from that time you put into self-care. So maybe starting to take more action as well, kind of moving into that period now. And then in a little bit, there's this moon card and this beautiful strawberry quartz here from Mount Shasta is where I got that. And it's upside down, so something to take note of. Your hard work is paying off. New moon in Capricorn. Something I also feel very familiar with, being a Capricorn. Not born exactly in the new moon myself, but that's another kind of like tangent, but it can be nice to look up what moon phase you were born in if you care to know more about that. It's very easy to find online, and it tells you something about yourself, where it's, were you born in that full moon state of like bursting creativity? Were you born in this more seed state, or anywhere in between, waxing, waning? So it can be fun to look at your personality and deeper psychological and emotional states, and how it relates to that, if that interests you. But anyway, you have the sea goat. Capricorn is working hard, so it really connects to these other two cards here, where it's like you've made time for your self-care, you've built up that bank, you're starting to have that energy to get your life force going. And so your hard work, you're able to really keep the momentum going here, and it is paying off. That's what this is telling you. So you might not be seeing it yet. And of course, we have the whole coronavirus thing where a lot of people might be having like fluctuating levels of, of energy themselves, just with everything that's going on. And also, if there's any uncertainty in your life, I think this is a really reassuring card, that if you're working from a place of love and you're really putting in the work, that the divine sees that and it is paying off. So put it in for the right reasons, put it in with love. Every every cent, do it with love of what you have in your energy bank, and see that, returned, multiplied to you. So if you're, just don't, you don't need to work from a place of lack, I guess. Work from a place of abundance and of loving what you're giving to the world. No matter what that is, someone appreciates what you're doing somewhere. And so, yeah, what you're doing is important. Keep going and keep building that up, that momentum up. Next, we're going to this card that's covered by this nice smelling rose here, this white rose. And this is another animal card. So this one is the wolf. Authenticity. Ooh, I love that. So beautiful. Yeah, so the wolf really signifies just that moving forward energy. It makes me think of goji berry or wolfberry flower essence, and what it's used for is if you're feeling kind of like attacked, which isn't real, but sometimes we're feeling extra vulnerable, and maybe you're not enjoying the way people are looking at you, or you feel like you're always watching your back or something. Wolfberry, I've taken it, and it has, helped me in the past with kind of healing that and feeling just very, almost ferocious, no one's gonna mess with me. But you don't need an essence to, capture that essence within you. I think, this card really speaks to the authenticity within you, and when you're in that state of authenticity, there's no room for ego, right? There's no room for attack, which isn't real to begin with, but you can't attack something that's authentic. You can't break down authenticity. You can make the choice to take the attack as real, and to what I want to say, kind of betray yourself and maybe cower, or hide your authenticity, and it's okay, if you've done that in the past. I know I've done that before, not knowing, right? Definitely hidden myself, or felt like, oh, maybe I can't be myself here, but just that's so not true, right? So you can learn from that experience, learn from this card reading as well. And yeah, you're safe in being really authentic with yourself. And number 17 reminds me personally of, just before that moment of kind of maturity, of adulthood, of being 18, and you're finding that that authentic self within you on some level. Maybe you're if that was the time you were getting ready maybe to go off to college, or maybe not, whatever it is for you, you could think about that time in your life, and maybe you're 17 watching this right now, so that's cool if that's you. But anyway, yeah, tapping into that rawness, and also, the card before, your hard work is paying off, and along with this rose, I think it really speaks to that authenticity and that ferociousness, also being gentle and beautiful, and when you're your authentic self, you're really allowing others to open their heart, like this rose signifies, to you, and it helps you to call in, more of your life purpose, more of what you're meant to do, and it's a part of your hard work paying off. It's allowing you to also shine your more authentic self, and to receive from being authentic, which is, what we all really desire. And this is starting to speak to me to the twin flame journey, and your authenticity, your hard work paying off also in your union. So your life purpose and your union are one and the same, but I really was feeling life purpose, but I'm feeling ooh, okay, and some things, really starting to shift. So look for signs and synchronicities as this period goes on with Mars in Pisces, and see how your own twin flame journey is shifting. Pay attention to that and see if you notice, as you know, you're choosing more authenticity as you go deeper into your feelings and what they truly are within you, and how you feel about things. You know, your feelings about things matter. They're unique unto you, and of course all true feelings are based in love and peace, and so feelings that aren't that are actually just, you know, coming up to the surface to be realigned. So it's okay to feel your whole spectrum of emotions, of course, and then heal from that place. And so yeah, very juicy stuff for your union. Authenticity. Don't be afraid to just, you know, be out there, be yourself. And then we have this beautiful stone here before we have the last card in the last kind of period of Mars and Pisces, and this is a rhodochrosite. I'm not sure which syllable is like the one that you emphasize here. It's like a very long word, but it's very beautiful. You can see her there holding that beautiful crystal, and it says, be gentle with yourself. You've been through a lot and need time to heal and recover. So yeah, this is just kind of full circle, bringing you back to the whole self-care thing. And what it's really saying is to great, you know, your hard work's paying off. You're allowing yourself to be more authentic, and that doesn't mean though that you get to suddenly like push yourself beyond the limits of what it is that you really are being called to do. So I think what it is it's a reminder that you can be your authentic self, and you know, push yourself in a way that's healthy, right? Like build up your stamina. But then this last card is really signifying, yeah, like, okay, it's time to maybe, you know, put the cloak on, take it easy, and work from that place, and work on your union from that place. And maybe like work isn't even, you know, like the energy behind what you're doing in this period. It might just be, like it says, healing and recovering. But sometimes I notice, like, I actually feel good when I'm healing and recovering to do something that's creative or productive, rather than just like kind of try to, you know, sit around or something like that. So see like what, you know, maybe like go deeper here in this last period with what really helps you heal and recover. And are there places in your consciousness where you're thinking you need to do nothing when you actually could be putting this healing and recovering energy into doing something more creative? And the last thing I'll say about this is it's a very like passionate looking image with that pink color. And so I think that this time of healing and recovering is really allowing us to go deeper with our passions and what we've learned in this whole period about how, you know, building more peace as we dive into our emotions and feelings, and kind of healing what comes up, and caring for ourselves, and working towards our goals, putting love and investing into you know, your twin flame journey. And this allows you to, yeah, kind of have that stage of just feeling into your passions and healing into that place, so that you can really move forward from this like more aligned and even juicier place to within you, with more life force for the following period coming up this summer. So yeah, that's the last card of this reading. I hope that you enjoyed this reading, and you know, feel free to like, share, subscribe to my channel. This is actually, I think, the very first reading that I've ever done this style. So yeah, I hope you liked just kind of seeing the cards and hearing me talk and hanging out with the roses. And yeah, leave any comments if you have anything to say. And all of my links are also below. And hopefully, yeah, I'm pointing in the right direction. Maybe not, maybe that way. Anyway, yeah. So you can check out all the links. I offer readings. I also do consultations. You can just sign yourself up for a consultation if you want to. I am happy to yeah, to provide that. And I do coaching services as well. So yeah, I really love my clients and I love seeing you progress on your journey. So that's about it. Hope you take care and enjoy this time of diving in like fish, Mars and Pisces, and going forward with you know, being gentle and self-care and momentum. All right, so take care. Bye.